Now they are not looking.
Again. It's not working.
Hey guys, welcome back to this week's Coffee with Kyan. I have Jemima Garcia, Salesforce specialist, with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Jemima Garcia, and I'm happy to be with Kyan Way in this edition of Coffee with Kyan.
Fantastic. Hey Jemima, question for you. Because I know you've been doing recruitment for a little bit while, especially a lot of technical recruitment. How long have you been doing it?
Oh, let's just say more than 10 years.
We'll quote about 10 plus years. Both of us are in that umbrella, so that's not...
If we will say more, they will know our ages, so let's just say more than 10 years.
So 10 plus years is a long time doing recruitment. There must be something that's keeping you in the game.
Yes, well, actually, I love recruiting or recruitment because I believe that this is a noble job. I think every recruiters will agree with me, and that it's a nice feeling when you're able to help someone find a better opportunity. Even that, let's say, you have a current job right now, but I'm still opening a better opportunity for you. It's fulfilling for us when we're able to help someone. And then aside from that, it's so nice to talk to people. I love talking to people, knowing what their likes, wants, and their motivation, and of course, how can I help them? Because every person, every candidates that I was able to talk to, they're different. I mean, different locations, different personalities. So it's very fulfilling for me, and it's very fun to get to know more people from actually different races, different background. That's even more fulfilling for me.
Yeah. And speaking of different background, because you and I were both not born in this country, so we came from a little bit different type of cultural background, business background. So talk a little bit more about international recruitment.
Well, I came from the Philippines, and the Philippines is like a little brother of the USA. We adopted everything in the USA, so it's not that much different. Because Philippines it's really a mixed culture. We're under the Spanish regime for 350 years, and then the US came for 100 years. So all of us were everything we imitate from the USA. So I did not have really a hard time adjusting from the Philippines to the USA. And even in the Philippines, I was working with expats, with American bosses and British bosses. So it's not really that much of a cultural shock or cultural challenge for me.
Probably, well, at least the currency to start, right? Then besides the currency, then everything else sounds like it's pretty much second nature to you by now.
Well, you can say it that way. You can say it that way, yeah.
Okay, so how different is it to recruit for American companies or North American clients?
To be honest, it's basically the same. It's just the difference of like tools and company systems, the systems of how you work. It's adopting on the system of the company. But other than that, recruiting is basically it's a universal language. I would say, especially technical recruiting. You speak the same languages, so it's not really hard. It's more of when finding the right person for the client, because the client have different preferences. So we could say this is a generic job description. Everything is a generic job description, but what differentiates is you have to fit the candidate with the client's culture and their environment. That makes it different, and the particular system that they're using. But all in all, recruiting, especially technical recruiting, as I mentioned, for me it's a universal language.
Yeah, your bigger goal doesn't change, which is I ultimately provide a solution to the client, right?
Yes, providing the right person to run the company, the right person, not just run the company, to be a member of an organization to make the company successful, because people is the best asset of any company. So I think that's I mean, as I mentioned, for me, recruiting is a noble job. So what you're providing, the what I was providing, or we as a recruiter provide to the client, is like really an important part. It cannot be taken away because
Yeah.
it's people resources for the client.
It's interesting because nowadays, especially working with cloud-based systems, we talk so much about AI,
Yeah.
artificial intelligence. But however, the foundation of the recruitment is the people. Like you said,
Yes.
it's one of the most essential assets for any company, and also the fact that there are certain things that cannot be automated by any system, at least that we don't see within the next few decades.
Yeah, but artificial intelligence is also based on a type of people that will work well with a company. So they have like a standard. They base it on a particular profile. And as you mentioned, yes, there are some things that you cannot really take away. With a takeaway from people touch, how would I say?
The human touch.
The human touch. It's really it's still different when you have human touch, human service.
So out of all the different type of technical position you have recruited on, different industries and company you have serviced, what type of workforce have you enjoyed recruiting for?
I mean, I'm always with executive search, so I enjoyed executive search.
The headhunting.
Yeah, the headhunting part. It's enjoyable. No, the most, because this is like full, let's say, end-to-end hiring process. The best part for me is actually when you actually interview candidates. Of course, the hardest part is finding researching for the right person for the right company. That's the hardest part, and telling a candidate that he didn't make it. So that's the hardest part, because I mean, some of the candidates are, especially with us, with Salesforce experts and executive search and technical experts, they're all experts. It's just that they are not fit with the current requirement or the current sometimes culture of the company. That's why they were not chosen. But it's not about their technical. It's not really about their technical skills sometimes. So it's really hard to say, oh no, you didn't make it, or the company does not want to move forward with you. That's the hardest part.
The technical term, I think, in human resources or talent acquisition and recruitment, we talk about disposition, and sometimes that make it sound like less human way of doing things, but really how to give that rejection to a candidate who's being engaged into the process through us.
Yeah.
That is challenging.
That is very challenging. No matter what, even if you have a script, even if you have a good intention, how to, like, say, break it to him or her gently, but it's not easy. It's not easy.
It's like the Bachelorette. Sorry, you're not gonna get a rose.
Yeah, you're not gonna get. It's always not easy.
Cool. So, which part do you enjoy the most on the other end?
As I mentioned, interviewing and having my boss here, Gary Dieter, he's a terrific guy.
Everybody say hi to Gary. And obviously Gary plays a big part in this entire process, obviously getting us started through this entire background. So going back to you were saying about the part you enjoy the most through the entire recruitment process is,
as I mentioned, interviewing the candidate.
Candidate. Cool. So talking about interviewing, we were actually just talking about this part before we went live.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit more about how long you've been in the U.S. What brought you to the U.S.?
Oh, I've been here as a formal resident of the U.S. I've been here for almost 3 years, but I had some time in 2012 vacationing in the U.S. I live here for like more than 5 months, so yeah. So I have some taste of what it's like to live in the U.S.
So what brought you here to?
The second time is I got married with a wonderful guy.
Yeah, he's a wonderful gentleman.
Yes.
How was that interview process like?
Oh, okay. The funny thing is, I asked him to do an exam. Yeah, a psychological exam that companies usually use.
Personality,
and to be honest,
as competency.
I did compatibility. I did that to him, and like my friends were like, "Oh, why did you do that?" Oh, well, we do that in recruitment. Might as well apply it in my personal life.
Can you share what the score was?
We're compatible. high compatibility.
That's exciting. So you've been here for the past few years so far. What have you enjoyed most about the U.S. or U.S. culture?
The autumn. I love the autumn, the fall, the changes of the leaves, because we don't have that in the tropical country. Because we have the best beaches in the world, but we don't have that season, that fall, autumn. That's the
Season
best,
changes.
the best thing that I've enjoyed in this country.
Nice. So I know that besides the autumn, the fall,
Mhm.
the season changes, and then I know that you also have a hobby. You like to try out different places and eat.
Yeah, I love eating like you.
Like me.
Yeah.
We're both a
Well,
little bit snobbish about our foodie preferences and all.
well, I like to try different things. Whether it's, I don't have like a super, let's say I have this is my favorite food. No, I will say anything edible, anything is delicious. Anything that is delicious, whether it's Mediterranean, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, as long as it is done well, I will eat it.
A true international queen. Tell us about Salesforce.
Oh, Salesforce is, of course, it's the number one CRM, and Salesforce is projecting that it will have around 3 million jobs in 2020, I think, or 2022. So it's really a booming market. And the nice thing about Salesforce is that it's more the community of Salesforce. They're very supportive with everyone who's using Salesforce. And a lot of the Salesforce candidates that I was able to talk to, they're very professionals and willing to share what they know about Salesforce. And that's what I love with Salesforce.
It's a very inclusive community.
Yeah.
It has a true community feel, I think, from all the product they have. Trailhead, Trailblazers, and all the trail makes, and lots of learning capability and all that.
Yes.
So how are you doing so far with your badges coming along?
Well, I have some badges already, but I haven't been back to Trailhead. But my ultimate goal is that within this year, I would like to have a Salesforce admin certification. Not because I would like to be a Salesforce admin. I will not be that good, but just for fun, I'd like to have that certification. So my plan is like when I have downtime or on a vacation, because I always take my laptop, even if I'm vacationing. So if there's a downtime, I go to Trailhead.
So you can chip it away every day, every week, every month,
Yes.
one batch at a time.
Yes,
That's
yes.
exciting.
It's not. But I hope that I could do that within this year. But usually when I set my goal, it happens. So I will make it happen.
Oh yeah, all right. We'll see you make it happen.
Yeah.
So what's coming up next on the next 6 months? That's on your plan or agenda, or going anywhere?
Yeah, I would like to. Well, I'm still looking at the hiking places here in the USA. I was thinking of like having a road trip from Portland, from San Francisco to Portland to Washington area where one of my grandmother lives. Because I saw in the YouTube that it's so nice to do that driving on the Portland Bay. So we'll try to do it this year, and also go to Tennessee, and if possible, if there's time, we'll go to Hawaii because I haven't been there. So that's my plan.
Adventures. Sounds very exciting.
Yeah,
Especially
and
with
then-
hopefully with Dreamforce somewhere in between, right?
Yeah.
Taking off from San Francisco.
And then go back again to Canada because I wanted to see Banff area again. I really love that area of Canada.
Fantastic. Coming back a little bit more on recruitment, as you coming with lots of technical recruitment experience. So if I may ask, anybody who's watching this video, one day sitting at this chair and having the experience, also the success you have built over the past few months and past few years to this stage, what words of advice would you have for anybody?
Anybody, just love your job. If you love your job, that will success will follow. Because if you do not love your job, if this is not for you, even if you say you're successful, you're earning much, it's nothing. I mean, it doesn't mean anything if you don't love your job and you're not happy. So that's my advice. If you love your job, you will be more resourceful. You will increase your knowledge on your job. Everything that you need to know, it will come naturally. But if not, I don't think you will be. Even if you will be successful, again, it's worthless.
You won't be happy.
Yeah, you won't be happy, and that's the thing. If you're not happy, everything is like nothing, right?
Well, who's the most inspiration person in your life that you look up to?
I don't have anyone in particular. Just to be honest, I've been thinking about who's the most influential people in my life, but I never had one. They are in the different stages of my life. I have different what do you call it? Different inspirations, but not one solid inspiration.
So lots of influences along the way by different people that you talk to.
Different people and some different situation, different scenarios. Sometimes people that I do not know. I don't really know, but sometimes they still touch my life. So I could not name anyone in particular.
Oh, gotta love the journey, love what you do, and enjoy life while we are healthy and all.
Yes.
Great. Anything you'd like to share? Anything else you'd like to share with anybody else who's watching this? Could be your friends and family.
Oh, what I want to share with the Salesforce experts. Talk to us, have a conversation with us, and we might have something better for you, a better opportunity for you. Just do not hesitate to, not just us Salesforce experts, but as well as other you have to talk to all the consultants here in IT Works, whether if it's IFS, JD Edwards,
She
healthcare.
says selling all the other markets.
I mean, the training that we were given, provided by Kyan, is one of the best trainings in the industry of recruitment. So talk to us, have a conversation with us, and
we'll have Jill write you a check later.
and it will be it will be a great experience for you and for me and for us.
Thank you, Jemima. If you have any question, please find Jemima Garcia on LinkedIn, or give us a call 678-291-0081. And here's Jemima's email.
It's jemima.garcia@itworksrec.com.
Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Jemima. Wish you continuous success, and we'll look forward to your next few major accomplishments. And I know Q3 is gonna be amazing.
Oh, thank you. I know. Thank you.
And everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.